everybody, my name is Melissa and welcome to my channel. So today is the first time I'm filming in front of my bookshelves. I am still arranging them. I still have like 4 more boxes that I need to put away, so forgive the chaotic nature of this background. But anyways, you are here because you clicked on my, July wrap up. I read a total of 13 books. I did some romance, I did some fantasy, mostly romance books. Let's go ahead and get started. So the very first book I want to talk about is Medicine Man by Saffron A. Kent. This is a second chance author that I wanted to give a second chance to because the first book that I read by her I just really didn't enjoy. I just felt like it was kind of like a vicious LJ Shin ripoff, I guess. But I'm so glad I did because I really enjoyed this book a lot. It's about a girl named Willow and her psychiatrist Simon Blackwood, and he kind of owns the place or whatever, and it's about their romance. So obviously, since he's her doctor, it's like you should not get together. But anyways, this was really well done. I really enjoyed it, and I really liked the whole hospital vibe that had going on and the history of the hospital as well, you know, why the building was built and all that good stuff. So I'm really glad I gave this author a second chance. Definitely enjoyed it a lot. So the second book I picked up is What We Do in the Night by Stylo Fatome. This is an age gap forbidden romance, and it was pretty decent. I did enjoy it a lot. The girl Val, she lives a double life. During the day she is a fashion student in Chicago, and at night she works in this underground club as an escort, but not to be confused in that kind of escort. Trust me, she will repeat this over and over in the entire book, which I found kind of annoying. But she has to make enough money to support her grandmother because she is ill. Ari is the main guy character, and he is older. He is an established hotshot lawyer, and they end up meeting one night at the club. He kind of becomes obsessed with her and pays for her time, obviously. And the fact that she just kept repeating that, you know, she's not that type of person over and over in the book, that kind of got annoying. But I really did enjoy it other than that fact, and I was looking forward to, or I am looking forward to reading the second one when it does come out. So the next 2 books that I read are the Planet Barbarians series, and I got this as a recommendation from Jessica from Peace Love Books, who I love her channel so much, and yes, can't say enough good things. And thankfully she mentioned this because I really enjoyed it. I have the 3rd book on my Kindle, so I really want to get into it. So basically it's about these girls, and each book is based on a different girl, and they get abducted, you know, from Earth, and they end up crash landing on this, I was about to say island. They end up crash landing on this planet where they, you know, each meet a guy. And so they're the way that those aliens work, there's a mate and one person for that alien. I'm explaining this so badly. Basically, they're blue. It reminded me of Avatar. You know, they're cat-like with tail, but it's not weird. You might be thinking. It's really good. And if you're into paranormal romance and aliens and that kind of thing, definitely check this out. It was a lot of fun. They're really short and super quick to get through. And yeah, I am ready to read the 3rd one because it's already on my Kindle, like I said. The Fallen Genesis by Tilly Cole is a novella. It's basically a prequel to the rest of the series, and I have the second one on my Kindle as well, and I really enjoyed this novella. It actually doesn't have any romance in it. It sets up the story for the rest of the series basically, and it's about each of these guys are killers, and there's something in them that, you know, they have to kill, and each book is going to be based on, you know, them and their love interest, and I think it's based on 7 deadly sins. It's definitely setting up for the next books, which are going to be so dark, and I love Tilly Cole's other dark romances, so I know the rest of the series is going to be amazing. So if you do want to pick up, I think the first one is Raphael or something like that, so if you are interested in picking up that book, definitely invest in checking out this first book. It was really good, and it gives you a lot of backstory. So the first physical book that I read last month is The 7 Husbands of Evelyn, Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I did a whole vlog about this book, explaining what I really liked about it and what I didn't like about it. It's spoiler free, so you know, you can still go check it out if you would like. All in all, 5 stars. Really enjoyed this. I did personally prefer Daisy Jones and the Six a little bit more, but I think I'm in the minority of that. There's so much representation in this book, that being biracial, bisexual, the Evelyn Hugo is Cuban, all of this stuff. It was absolutely so well written. You end up feeling for these characters, and at the end of the book I definitely cried a little bit of tears, just a little, but yeah, I'm a big book crier, so of course I did. But this was really good. I really enjoyed it, and a great historical fiction that just it gives you all the feels. In the old school Hollywood setting was absolutely fabulous to see. You really feel like you're transported there. It was so amazing, so vivid, you know, what the cameras in Hollywood is portraying, but in this book it kind of, you know, shows you there's a darker side as well to it. So yeah. Definitely some trigger warnings for abuse as well, alcoholism, things like that. So, you know, be aware going into it that there are a couple things in this book. So yeah. The next book I listened to on audiobook because I was moving, obviously, and that is Fixer Up by Tessa Bailey. This was a surprise read for me because I wasn't really too sure if I wanted to pick this up because I'm not the biggest sports romance reader, but you know, I decided I was gonna give this a try. I'd been seeing a couple other booktubers reading it or listening to it as well, and they really enjoyed it. So let me tell you, the steam factor is super high on this. I was not expecting it, and yeah, it definitely went there. But I really did enjoy it. It was a lot of fun. The main character was super cute, but one thing that did really bug me, and I didn't mention this in my steamiest romance book recommendations, was the fact that the main guy character, I can't remember his name right now, but he just says baby girl all the time, like so often. It was kind of getting weird. This book is so much fun. The main guy character, he is an ex-pro baseball player, and he comes home after injuring his shoulder and getting traded off and things like that. So Georgie is a clown. She's a party clown, and she owns her own business, and she's looking to expand. Basically, this also has the fake dating trope because they both want to be taken seriously for different reasons, for family or for work, whatever the case may be. And it is so cute, and you see how much they really should be together and, you know, actually make it real. And it's so, so cute. Yes. So fake dating, like not really hate to love. There's a little bit of an age gap, little bit, and brother's best friend type things. So yeah, they had a lot going for it, and I really did enjoy it. So yeah. Sick Twisted Minds is the third book in the Cool Black Heart series by Candace Wondrak. This was a very anticipated read for me. I could not wait to get my hands on it. I downloaded it I think I got it in the airport when I was leaving for my trip because I was dying to pick this up. Unfortunately, I was looking for a little bit more from it. I felt like it was just very rushed and kind of things were like crammed together into a very short book, which I would have liked a little bit more explanation. It kind of just like tied up a little bit too neatly for me. But yeah, this is a dark romance where the main character is obsessed with serial killers, and she ends up attracting said serial killers. And yeah, it was really fun. It was very dark. It definitely went there, very graphic. So if you're kind of like not into dark romances and afraid of the gory things, be aware because this definitely goes there. But yeah, I really did enjoy it. I really liked the first two books a lot and still stand by that. So yeah, I just really wish that this was a little bit more, but it was still good, but I wanted more. The second physical book that I picked up was Beautiful Bastard by Christina Lauren. I was very surprised by this book. Okay, I was not expecting these steamy scenes to start from like chapter 1 and be in every single chapter. I mean, I'm not complaining. It was a great beach read. It was good to just like open up and start reading, you know, when I was going to the beach, when I was going to the pool, whatever the case may be. Like, it was really easy to fall into, and like I didn't have to like remember different plot points and oh, where was I, because this was definitely like kind of like mindless reading. This is very, very different from anything. If you've read any of the Christina Lauren books lately, it's completely different. It's definitely smut. But it is a lot of fun. It is an office romance. At first, there wasn't a lot of any character background, which I kind of found a little frustrating, but finally we got to more information going halfway through the book and kind of figuring out who these characters were, and eventually I kind of came to care about them, but it took a long time for me to do that. I do think I want to continue on with the series. I think maybe the second book follows these same characters, but I know after that it's different characters, so I may just skip the one that follows these characters because yeah, I already read about them and I'm not sure if I really want to continue on with that. And An Absent Dream by Shannon McGuire is the fourth book in the Wayward Children series. This is a prequel. I didn't realize it was a prequel going into it. I don't know why, because like you open up and it says like, what is it? Like 1964, so you can't read that. It says 1964, so obviously it's a prequel because the other ones kind of happen, you know, present day. I stand by this series still. I'm so glad it went back to kind of like the darker themes of this series. The third one was a little bit too light for me. It's about children who fit into different worlds more than they fit into this one. So it could be a logical world, it could be I can't remember the name that they call it, but whimsical maybe. So our main character, Lundy, she is very serious. She likes strict rules and to play by those rules, and that's how she lives her life. One day she stumbles upon a door and goes to the goblin market, and from there you kind of like find out more about the world, and I don't want to tell you too much because it is such a short book. I would probably tell you the entire story about it. But yeah, it is so good. I really enjoyed it. This is the book that I read for Read in One Place. So, oh yeah, and I forgot. This book was an author's debut for the Reading Rush. So yeah, I don't know. I totally forgot about that. I love both of those books so much for the Reading Rush, and I only got about like 25% done with the 7.5 Dusts of Evelyn Hardcastle. I am continuing on with that read this month, so yeah, I will tell you about that next month. Four Can Play That Game by Joe L. Alstel. This is an author I haven't read anything by. I decided I was going to give it a try because I saw it was an RH book, and yeah, unfortunately it just fell flat for me. Gave it 2 stars. It's about a girl who her mom has cancer, and for most of her life she ends up kind of like taking care of her, and her mom's in remission, so she ends up going to a new college. It's her senior year, and she ends up rooming with these 3 guys, and it kind of goes from there. So basically they thought that she was a guy and she thought they were girls, and it was this big mix-up, and yeah, just I don't know. Wasn't my favorite. Heartless by Ivy Fox. This is another author that I decided to give another chance to. Usually this author is not a hit for me. I gave this book 3 stars, and I honestly could not tell you what this book is about. I'm even like looking on Goodreads right now to like try to figure out what the heck it was about, and I can't even remember. And I literally read it the other day. It's a bully romance. It's a reverse harem book, and yeah. That's all I remember. I don't know. I feel so bad. I am a bad booktuber. I should have written a review as soon as I finished, but I didn't, and now I don't remember what this book was about, so yeah. Misbehaved by Charlie Rose is a book that I have been meaning to read for quite a while. I would download it on my Kindle Unlimited, then return it, then download it again, and then finally I decided to pick it up because I was in the mood for a good, forbidden, taboo romance, and this definitely was one of them. I really did enjoy it for that aspect. For other parts of it, I did find it to be a bit insta-lovey. Remington is a girl from the wrong side of the tracks. She is a senior in high school, and she finds out that she gets to go to this really expensive private school, and yeah, so that's where she meets her teacher, and kind of like things escalate from there. Like I said, I do find it a little bit insta-lovey with the teacher and her, and like I really wish there had been more build up with it and their relationship, but that's okay. Still was a really good book. Still highly recommend it if you are looking for a taboo age gap romance student teacher type thing, because this was really good. Alrighty guys, thank you so much for watching my July wrap up. I just like kind of feel bad that I didn't read more, but I had a lot going on. I was moving, I went on vacation, I got married, so lots of things were happening this month, and so I mean the fact that I was able to read 13 books kind of is a little bit of a surprise for me, but I had so much fun reading them. If you have read any of these books or have any thoughts or opinions, I would love to hear it down below and chat about it with you. I hope you have a great day and happy reading. Bye!